Hello, everybody. My name is Adam Bergman. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I want to talk a little bit about a stock called Hims and Hers. This is one of my most bullish positions. This is probably my second bullish position right after Palantir. And honestly, it's right up there with Palantir for me, completely for different reasons. Hims had an amazing run up. It was literally at a 52-week high right before their last earnings. And after their earnings, they went up over 20%, double digits. Hims' current market cap is around $2 billion, and Hims is actually growing 90+% year over year and month over month. And you heard those numbers correctly. While Hims is doing 90+%, Teladoc, for example, is doing 15%. And Hims announced the first profitable adjusted EBITDA quarter, this last earnings. They actually announced it 1 year ahead of time. They were not supposed to have a positive adjusted EBITDA until 12 plus months from where we are right now. They keep exceeding expectations and they keep raising the bar. And every time they raise the bar, they not only meet the raised bar, they actually knock it out of the freaking park, and they keep beating their numbers. Wall Street is only now starting to notice the power of Hims. What is the magic sauce of Hims? Why is Hims so valuable compared to, for example, shitty Teladoc? Mind you, Hims' valuation is half the valuation of Teladoc, but Hims is growing 5 times faster than Teladoc. Let that sink in, what I just said. Growth rate, 5x plus, and valuation, half of Teladoc. Teladoc is a dying business, while Hims is a thriving, growing superstar. Why? Aren't they both part of telehealth? Yes and no. While Teladoc is almost exclusively telehealth, and they're going to suffer with something that I'm going to mention in just a moment, a new regulation, Hims is not exclusively telehealth. Hims is a hybrid between telehealth and selling an actual product. And the products that they sell is men's and women's care, specifically taboo subjects. Products that Hims sells is erectile dysfunction, hair loss, skincare, things like that. For women, they sell similar products, plus they sell contraceptives and things like that. Hims relies on the telehealth to open up the door for them to sell the products. Once Hims sells you a product, they have over a 90% stickiness rate. What does that mean? That means that if you order something from Hims, 90+% chance that you will order in subscription basis. How and why? I, for one, use Hims conditioner, I use Hims shampoo, I use Hims biotin, and I use Hims formula serum for your hair. All of that is on a monthly subscription basis. Why? Because I need to keep upkeeping my hair loss treatment. If I stop using it, I lose hair. You get where I'm going with this? If you stop using their erectile dysfunction medicine, guess what? Your prick won't work and you will have a very angry life. They also innovate on the products that they offer. While other people are offering Viagra pills, they're offering erectile dysfunctional mints. They're literally calling it hard mints. Really cool name, right? Branding. Where you can take a mint that looks like a mint and that is actually your prick medicine. Pretty cool. And they're going to keep innovating. Many times, Hims is actually more cost effective than going to your regular doctor through insurance because they offer things cheaper than your copay would be. Really cool business model. So they don't rely on the telehealth. They have the telehealth that helps them sell their products, okay? And that's a marriage made in heaven. Hims is only in the United States and the UK market, which means they have a global total addressable market. I was in Tom Nash's Discord. Shout out to Tom Nash. Shout out to Gabriel, GS Strategies. And one person in his Discord, and I don't have the message in front of me, basically said, what's the moat? What makes them special? Anybody can do the same thing. Why wouldn't I just go see my regular doctor? To this, I'm going to tell you, you would go see your regular doctor. But a lot of people don't have insurance or don't want to pay copays. And if Hims' solution is cheaper than you going to see your doctor and easier than you going to see your doctor and packaged really sexy and super easy that you just click buy, then that is the moat around Hims. By them packaging, by them rebranding, by them making these taboo subjects sexy, this gives them a step above the rest, above the competition. Also, when you're thinking about your situation, that's your situation. There's a lot of people in Middle America that don't have the same situation as you. And there's a lot of people around the world that are in a really shitty situation, for lack of better words, and Hims can definitely benefit them as they're gonna keep expanding their product line. Hims hit a 52-week high, and then they still went up over 20%, hitting a recent all-time high of around $12 a share. Recently, over the last week alone, they are down over 15%. Before I go any further, a lot of people have been asking me two questions. How can we support the channel? Do you have a Patreon? Do you have a Discord? The answer is I do have a Discord, but it's 100% free, and I have a link down below. If you want to support the channel, I have $3 membership. When you become a member, you get a really cool logo next to your name, and you get really cool emojis that only members can use. In the future, I will try to give you extra added benefits, but it's only $3 a month, and this really will help me support my channel, and it will allow me to make better videos for you guys, which means that the content is gonna get better and your viewing pleasure is gonna get better as well. If you wanna support the channel, the link is down below, $3 a month. If you wanna join the Discord, the link is down below. Thank you so much. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Giving up most of the gains that they made in their earnings. They are now trading sub $10 a share. This is a really good buying opportunity, and I was nibbling at the buys. If it's gonna go lower or not, I honestly don't know. If it goes a lot lower, then I will buy more because I have a lot of conviction on Hims. I've been buying Hims all the way since like $3 and something, $5, $7, so on and so forth. I have a lot of Hims. I have a nice position, but I would love to buy more because I truly believe in the product. And they are already guiding that in 2025, they're gonna reach $1.2 billion worth of revenue. $1.2 billion of revenue. If you compare Teladoc to Hims, Hims is taking Teladoc's cookies. Why did Hims drop? Why did the price of Hims drop? There's a new proposal by the DEA. The DEA is saying that you cannot see a telehealth doctor if you need a scheduled prescription drug. What does that mean? If you need an narcotics type drug, you cannot see telehealth. You need to see an analog physical doctor first, and then you can do telehealth, as far as I understand with the regulation that they're trying to propose. And for this reason, Hims is suffering and down nearly 20% in the last week and a half since earnings. This is not a negative, but a pro for Hims, and I'll tell you why. If you ever heard Andrew speak on TV, Andrew always said, people asked him, why don't you sell ADHD medicine, for example, which is a controlled substance? And he says, we don't want to sell controlled substances because of regulations, and we're not sure where regulations is gonna take us. There is no need for Hims to sell that. And because Hims does not rely on these controlled substances, this regulation is actually positive for Hims, because as other businesses rely to sell these prescriptions, Hims does not, which means a regulation against selling these prescriptions for telehealth will make other telehealth companies suffer, and this has no effect on Hims. While other telehealth are relying literally on being a virtual doctor, Hims is not relying on being a virtual doctor. Hims uses virtual doctors, telehealth, in order to push their products, and their products are not controlled substances. Their products have an extremely sticky, icky 90+% subscription basis. And Hims keeps knocking it out of the park. Every single quarter, they are adding over 6 figures of subscribers. Over 6 figures of subscribers. Literally, they went from nothing to over 1 million clocked subscribers and users of the website. Guys, Hims is an absolute monster, and for everybody that wanted to get in on Hims, pay very close attention, because if there's more FUD on Hims because of this DEA regulation, just remember, as far as I know and everything that I read, the DEA regulation has nothing to do with Hims and should not affect Hims in any negative way, shape, or form, because everything that this regulation is for has nothing to do with what Hims is pushing. Hims has no concern when it comes to controlled substances. All Hims cares about is their products, and their products are still gonna sell. They're gonna keep coming up with sexier products. They're gonna keep increasing their profit margins. Their profit margins, their gross margins keeps increasing. while Teladoc's gross margins are staying the same and actually diminishing. Their gross profits are close to 80%. So let's just get this straight. A company is worth half the valuation of Teladoc. They are growing by nearly 100% year over year and month over month, while Teladoc is doing 15%. And they have over a 90% stickiness for their actual products, which I personally use, and their products are freaking amazing. They keep innovating to repackage and make sexy these taboo issues, which means that more and more people are going to keep using Hims in the future. They have a very healthy cash position against their debt. Hims is a freaking monster, and Hims has so much more room to grow in the future because they are literally in two markets, as I said before. Guys, I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you what to sell, but Hims under $10. Would I be buying Hims under $10? I nibbled a little bit when we had that huge drop recently, and I bought a little bit extra to my position, about $500 worth, which is honestly not much. It's like less than 1% of my total Hims portfolio. Would I be buying to start a new position right now? This only you could tell yourself. I personally will be adding a shit ton of Hims if the price of Hims keeps going back down. Let's say we have a 30% retracement from where we are right now. I will definitely be buying a lot more Hims because fundamentally nothing changed. And Hims is literally a dream come true when you talk about growth. A lot of you guys are from the Palantir heads. We were praying for 30% growth year over year. Hims is growing 90+%. And when I say 90+%, I mean literally close to 100, not close to 90, like 97%, don't quote me, 97 and 94% year over year and month over month. It is freaking huge. It's an absolute monster. And they are literally proposing 50% plus, not 50%, not 50, but 50+% year over year growth through 2025. Guys, Hims is a freaking monster, and they keep raising the bar. If Hims drops 30%, I'm going to buy a shit ton more. Would I start a brand new position right now? There's nothing wrong with DCAing. Remember, the last time that there was a downtrend, Hims was able to reach a 52-week high. If this is going to happen in the next downtrend, I don't know. But remember, Jerome Powell is going to be raising the interest rates. He just spoke in front of Congress. It's not looking good with inflation. If the entire market is going to drop, do I feel comfortable with Hims? Personally, I do. I'm not selling anything. I'm going to hold it for the long run. And I probably will not be selling anything till at least 2025. And if they could reach a $1.2 billion revenue model by 2025, as they are proposing that they can, Hims is going to be an extremely, extremely higher market cap than it is right now. I could definitely see Hims hitting a $5 billion plus market cap. There's no reason why it shouldn't based on everything that they're doing. And if you enjoyed everything that I've been saying throughout this entire video, can I please suggest that you watch this video down below? It is jam-packed with information, data, and fun laughs, just like this video was. Thank you and have a blessed day.